Hello everyone, welcome to today's Odoo functional webinar. So in today's webinar, we will be looking into what are the new features have been come up in Odoo 14 Enterprise Edition. Hope everyone can hear my voice clearly. If you find any difficulty, please let me know in the chat, which you can find in your right hand side of your window. Let's start today's webinar. So as I told, today's webinar is Odoo 14 features. So we will be looking deep into what all the features have been come up in Odoo 14 Enterprise Editions. So the main agenda of today's webinar is to provide overview of the new features introduced in Odoo 14 Enterprise Edition. Before starting, let me give you a brief introduction about Cybrosys. So Cybrosys Technologies is one of the leading Odoo Gold partner, having more than a decade of experience in Odoo. So we have showcased many successful projects in Odoo, that too in all major business domains. Till date, we have served 160 plus countries and hold 1000 plus satisfied customers with our 4 office locations, mainly in UK, in India, Bangalore, Cochin, and Calicut. Cybrosys offer all kind of Odoo service like implementation, customization, integration, migrating older version to new versions, then app development, training, and documentations, etc. So all of you know what are the benefits of Odoo. So I'm just give you an overview on that one. So Odoo is bundled with multiple benefits like improved security and quality, cost-effective business application, which is highly flexible for customization or integration, and also have support from large community. So as it is an open source, so that you will not be finding any difficulty in vendor lock-in. Then right now there are 5+ million users for enterprise editions. So you can just find 5 times higher than the enterprise edition in community. So the code quality and the functionality, bug fixes, this you can just find it frequently and more reliable. So if you have any clarification in Odoo, do subscribe our channel to get the functional and technical tips in Odoo. Also, you can just refer our website for detailed blogs and Odoo books. And if you hadn't required any type of customization, please do contact us at odoo@cybrosys.com. So let's start today's webinar. So as I told you, there are many UI changes which have been bring up in Odoo 14. So one of the major change what Odoo have bring is the view of an list. So this is what we called as list view. So here you can just find more features than the previous version. So one of the feature is you can just find a salesperson with their avatar or image, what we whatever it may be. So you can just find it the details. So the main benefit of here is once you click on this one, you can just directly chat with that particular person's right away from here itself. So if you find any pipelines or quotations or anything, if you want a clarification from that particular salesperson who have created, you can just click on this one and you can just have a word with them in the chat. So here the particular salesperson have to be an internal user, so then that they can use this chat features or discuss app. The next thing what we have the day schedule activity. So earlier we have an activity inside a form view. So once you click on that one, you can just find and schedule activity, this type of things. But right now in Odoo 14, there is a major change, that is they have bring up here in the list view itself. So here what we can do is you can just schedule a new activity from here directly, or if there is any activity already scheduled, then you can just mark the status inside that one. So there is an already available activity here. So once you click on that one, the icons, it will be popping up the activity view. So you can just click on that one and you can just edit and do the changes, whatever it is. So you need not go into this particular view and then you have to schedule an activity or do the changes there. Here you can just directly have the details. And again, you can just find a deadline here. That deadline too, you can just find in different colors. So if it is an expired day, the day is expired, that you can just find it in red, or the day is current date, then you can just find the details in green, orange color. And if it is in past, then you can just find it in the black color. So this will easily in the list view itself, we can just find it this details. So again, the next changes what they have bring is, so if you go to this list view everywhere, you cannot just find an import option here. So the import have been changed to the favorites menu. So once, if you want to import any of the record, then you have to go to the favorites and you have to use the import records. So it will be redirecting you to the import a file option. So this is one of the changes what Odoo have bring here. Then the next changes what we have, what Odoo have done is, whenever you click on a certain thing here, you earlier you can just find a button here, action. So right now they have changed a little bit here and you can just find more features than the earlier. So that you can just find this in all the views. So even if you open this form, so here also you can just find the action button. So it they have bring a small changes here too. So this list view have been more useful for the user to get and more detail of that particular pipeline or a contacts or the sales, if whatever it is. So you can just find these changes in all of the major apps. So you can just find the sales. So the next major changes is, whenever just you are creating a quotation, you can just find an referrer here. So you can just select a referrer and based on that, you can just select an commission plan. So you can just set the commission plan in a CRM configuration. So if you open the commission, you can just find an rules for the particular commission and you can set the commission here. So once you have set the commission here, then whenever you select this particular invoices, I mean, whenever you are just adding a product to this particular quotation, so you can just find the commission for that particular quotation. So once you have confirmed this quotation and the payment, an invoice is created for this particular quotation and payment is registered, then Odoo will create an RFQ for this particular referrer, that is Azure Interior, with an commission as a product with the referrer commission amount. So it will be automatically created in the RFQ with this particular quotation details, such as sales order number of SO 0053, etc. So this will be automatically created. So the next change what we add here is, because earlier we have an option called margin only with the amount, but right now we have an percentage here, so we can just easily calculate the margin or the profit percentage from each quotation. So how much percentage of that is that particular is margin for that particular sales quotation is, or sales order is profit for the organization. This is one of the major changes what Odoo have bring. The next option what Odoo have bring is the, if you go into the purchase module, you can just find a changes here, that is all RFQ, my RFQ, to send, waiting, late, etc. So whenever you just click on this one, it will be showing you how much RFQs you have to be sent and how much RFQ are still in late to be received, this type of things, you can just find it easily. And you can also find your own RFQs here. So if you are just selecting that one, it will be listing out you only the RFQ which belongs to you and how much late belongs to you, which you have created. And again, the changes what earlier we discussed in the CRM and sales app, you can just find it here also, the purchase reference details, then the next activity details, this type of things. And again, one more changes is the status. So you can just find the status like a tag here right now. So earlier we had a stages here, it will be mentioning, but right now it is very easy for us to understand. So in which status it is. So if you go to the other apps, you can just find it in different colors. So I'm just confirming one RFQ. So here you can just find the purchase order, different color, RFQ is in different color, etc. So it will be easy for us to understand. So likewise, you can just find here the average order value, the purchase last date, purchase last 7 days, how much the total value is, RFQ sent last 7 days, how much value it is, and lead time to purchase of overall view. So whatever you are just selecting, based on that, it will be filtering here. So it will be very helpful in the case of purchase team to segregate the details and filter, etc. Here also you can just find that import option is everywhere. You can just find the import option is not available. So it is changed to favorite is import record. So again, if you go to the graph view, there also you can just find the ascending and descending order. So it will be easy for the purchase department to sort it based on the ascending or descending, whatever they need. So this is one of the changes in purchase module. And if you go to the RFQ, there is an priority widget. So normally you can just find an option here. So to star and particular sales order or a purchase order, etc. So if you click on this one, this will be provided as high priority. So it will be listed in the first in your list view. So this is one of the important feature, because it will be most very useful in the case of purchase team if they want to just give a priority for a particular order or some sort of things. So if this particular order have some priority, then they can just provide priority. So if you have multiple orders based on you want to just prioritize, you can just provide this priority. So based on that, it will be provide the list view will be showing you the details. The next feature what Odoo have bring in purchases, whenever you select a vendor here, based on our previous data, Odoo will provide you and details how much delivery, that is the how much percentage of correct delivery So the next feature what you have to have bring is here you can just find and receive date. Here there you can just find and the delivery date, how much you can just trust this particular vendor. So based on our previous history, it will be showing you the trust of this particular vendor based on the previous delivery order we have received. So it will be more useful in the case of purchase team to create an purchase order and to set a receipt date for this one. So if this particular vendor is not providing a delivery on time, it will be showing an 50% or 20% or 80% based on the previous delivery what they have provided. Again, one more option is there. So if you click on ask confirmation, so this particular purchase order will be automatically sent to a vendor asking for a confirmation that this particular delivery will be happened in on correct time or not. So the vendor can just confirm the same. So you can just provide an date here. So based on that, Odoo will send a confirmation. So normally the date -2 is calculated here. So if you are providing any date here, based on that, it will be showing. And you can just find the information tab here. So how this details will be sent and this type of things you can just provide here. Then one of the major changes what Odoo have bring is for the reporting side. So you can just insert an pivot view into a spreadsheet. So normally this is an pivot view of the current month sale or last month pipeline. So you can just find the expected revenue and its stages here. So if you want this type of report, if you are just taking your organization record at this type of report frequently, or any other report, if what you can just configure here. So once you configure this one, you can just insert into a spreadsheet. So if you are just want to create a new spreadsheet, you can just create it from here and you can just confirm this one. So it will be imported into spreadsheet. So then again, if you want to do any calculation based on this one, you can just provide it a calculation what we normally do in the spreadsheet or Google Sheet or in Excel. So you can just provide any calculation, etc. So like commission plans, this type of things, you can just import it here. I mean, sorry, export it here. So here you can just change the text field, this type of things. So normally what we will be using, and again we have some filter options also here. So based on a date, this type of things, you can just set it here. So one of the main feature of this one is this is available in the document area. So once you go into the document, so you can just find the details here. So I am just selecting and you can just find an untitled spreadsheet here. So once you click on this one, you can just open this one, and this will also be adding all the data from your Odoo to the sheet. So one of the main benefit of this spreadsheet is you are just doing some calculations here, and again in the backend in the going to CRM, and you are just adding some pipeline and changing the states, etc. So once you have changed that, this particular amount will also be changed here in the sheet. So whenever you just want a live data, you can just take a report from this particular spreadsheet without doing any changes. So we can just configure our own reporting here in the spreadsheet. So it will be very easy to use, and again it will be very easy for the calculation types of things. So again, Odoo is also providing you some sort of sample data for the accounting. So you can just find, if you click on the spreadsheet here, normally there will be some sort of a document which already Odoo have created. So whenever just you are creating and create a spreadsheet, you can just find the some sample project here, that is the budget report, quarterly, monthly, then pipeline revenue, this type of things. So once you click on that create, so Odoo will automatically create this one. So based on your existing data, the data will be changed yet. So whatever you are just providing some details there, it will be changed here frequently based on the data what we are providing there. So again, if you want to provide any calculations, etc., you can just provide it here itself. So to use the spreadsheet feature, we need to purchase the document module. So if we have the document module, then there is no worries. We can just create our own reporting sessions here. So in Odoo 14, Odoo have bring one more new app called data cleaning. So if you go to data cleaning, you can just find an app called data cleaning where you can just find some fields like it. So this normally is useful if you are just creating and if you have multiple sales team and they are just creating and contacts frequently. So there is a chance, for example, if you are a team A and team B is normally dealing with the same customer or the same lead or the same contacts have approached the two teams and they have created a contacts in Odoo. So normally there is a duplication. So this type of things, what we can do is we can just use this data cleaning and clear the details. So we can just set up details such as based on fields available in this. For example, if the contact name is same or if the phone number is same. So again, email ID, based on this, we can just compare and we can just find is there any duplication in our system. So for this one, you can just use the field cleaning option and you can just create your own using the create button. You can just create your own rules here, or you can just use the existing contact. So you can just find the details here. So based on which models we need, so you can just set the models like activity, whatever they provided, like applicants. There are, or most of the models are available here. So as you know, models is the main thing what Odoo is using. So all the models will be available here. You can just select any of the model which is already available. So based on that, you can just compare in that particular. So here the model we have selected is the contact, so which is already been set in the demo database. Then we can just find the cleaning mode. So it should be manual or it should be automatic. So as you know, automatic means Odoo will normally do the rest of the things. If it is a manual, then you can just find which user it should be notified. You can just select the multiple users here. Then how the data cleaning should be occurred. So like it should be in every 1 week or every day or every month or this type of things. You can just once in a month, this type of things, you can just provide it here. So based on that, you can just set a rules. So such as which field should be, we need to check. For example, you can just find the details here to clean the field name. So you can just select the field name from there. So you can just find the company name, etc. here. So likewise, you will be having the email ID, phone number, etc. So if this is equal, so normally what Odoo will check is if you have provided as a mobile. So if any of this mobile number is same in the contact, that is restaurant partner, it will be notifying you. So you can just find the actions as a trim space, set type, so format phone number or this type of things. You can just use this one. So normally once you set this one, then if you run the clean, then Odoo will suggest you what are the details, records, what the same thing is available. Again, this type of things is you can just use it for this also phone number validation, this type of things also. So we have multiple options here. So we will be providing this detail in our detailed video in our YouTube regarding this one. So you can just refer the same. So next option what we have is in the changes is in the accounting module. So once you click on the accounting module, invoices, so here you can just find some of fields like based on the localization, certain things are available. And again, if you go to this journal, you can just find a cutoff here. So normally if you want to post this particular journal for a particular days in some another ledger, and after that you have to again post it in some other ledgers, this type of things you can just find it here. So once you provide a cutoff date and how much amount adjustment, that is the 50% of it should be going to different ledger, yeah, then you can just mention the same here. You can also set the journals and accrued account, so which account it should be going, and the journals also from which journal it should be going. So you can just create a journal entry for this one. So this is normally used in the accounting side. If you want just to post a invoice amount to into a different ledger for a particular time being, this type of things can be achieved using this cutoff field or this cutoff options. So again, as we seen in the sales and purchase app, here also you can just find the same details. So you can just find the status and payment status, this type of things in different colors. So it will be very useful for the users. And again, if you go to the journals, if you create a new journals, you can just find some extra fields here earlier. Such as schedule activity. So you can just set an activity here. So based on that, Odoo will automatically do the changes. So the next change what Odoo have bring in here is the forecasting report. So in the case of sales, if it is an storable product, you can just find the details of this particular, that is like forecasted, this type of thing. So I'm just selecting an filter product type. So I'm just selecting an storable product. So now you can just find a icon here. So once you click on this one, it will be listing out to you and the availability and view forecast. So once you click on this one, Odoo will provide you a details forecast of that particular product. So you can just find how many units you have right now on hand, then the unit to be forecasted, then unit forecasted plus pending, then the total on hand value for that particular product. And again, if you go below, you can just find the details, how much stock is reserved, then in which purchase order, how much quantity have been come, and in which of the sales order or the delivery order it has been used, and the delivery date of that particular order or delivery sales order or a delivery order, then forecasted. So draft PO, then draft SO, and forecast with pending. This type of details are, you can just view it from the sales order itself. So it will be available in the sales order, then the purchase order, then again in the case of delivery order also. So if you go into a particular delivery order, the same option is available there. So if you click on the operations, you can just find the reserved quantity. Again, if it isn't storable, you can just find the same details here. So again, if you want to check that particular PO, if you go to that particular PO order, it will be redirecting you there. So you can just find the details there also. So this will be one of the main feature which will show you a planning of your incoming product and outgoing product in detail. So you can just click on any sales order line and you can just check its forecasted quantities and this type of things in from the sales order or the delivery order. The next change what Odoo have bring is, so if you go into the opportunity in the CRM, so if you are creating an opportunity, you can just find a new rental here. So earlier we don't have a rental option here, but right now you have a new rental button here. So if you click on this one, it will be redirecting you to the particular rental order. So this will directly connected with the rental order. So you can just create a rental order from the pipeline itself. So it is very easy to manage your rental orders from the pipeline. So here in 13, we doesn't have an options like this. And again, in the case of sales, there are many based on the localization, there are many changes, and Odoo have also bring some changes in the promotional programs. So if you go to the promotional programs, you can just find the small changes in the fields and this type of things here in the promotional programs also. So the next major changes is in inventory. So when you click on the inventory, there is an option called replenishment. So if you go to this particular replenishment, you can just create a new replenishment, or you can just find the existing one. So you can also find the forecasted from here also. Then what is it preferred route, then the minimum and maximum quantity, and how much order will be placing, and it should be ordered once or automate the order, or you can just hide this particular order if you doesn't need. So you can just click on this notes button here. So you can just find what are the orders to be placed and this type of in a single view. So if you go to this operation and replenishment, you can just find all the details in a one single view. So it is not required. Earlier we need to go into a particular product and we have to check that one. So right now it is not required. So you have a dedicated menu for that one. You can just go to the replenishment and you can just find the details here. And again, if you just click on the reordering rule, there also you can just find again in the inventory, you can just find some more details here in the transfer order. Likewise, you can just priority and transfer order, that is the delivery order or receipt, whatever based on this one. So you can just find the schedule date here itself. So it will be very easy to understand. So it is an current dated or expired one based on the colors. And you can also find the status also changed here. The next major changes is the date widget. So if you are just creating any of the transfer order or sales order or purchase order, so the scheduled date, what you can just provide is, so if it is based on like after 2 days, you can just provide a +3. So Odoo will automatically calculate the days. So if it is like after 1 month, so you can just provide 1M. So based on that, Odoo will calculate and provide an schedule date here. So this will be very useful in the case of purchase or sales team. So if the order date or the expiry date is after 1 month or this type of things, they don't need to calculate this one. So they can just mention it like +1 W. So it is like 1 week. So likewise, we can just set. So it will be very easy for the user to calculate the days of these things. Then one more changes is if you go to the operation module and batch transfer, you can just find the schedule date here. So this is one of the useful features. So you can just find the schedule date when the batch transfer is scheduled. And Odoo have bring some small changes here in the case of description, this like HTML, this type of thing. So the color have been changed to here. So you can just find this changes everywhere. So you can just find the changes here in the different color. So this type of changes have been done. Then the major changes is in website. So if you go to the website module, so the entire view of the website, that is the snippet, this type of things, Odoo have changed a lot. So if you click on an edit button and if you find here, so there are many widgets such as like have been added. So you can just find the themes and blocks. Many blocks have been added here, like the numbers, then the columns. So earlier we had the columns also, features, this type of things we had, but there are small changes and many blocks have been added here. So the features like product category view, this type of things has been added, that is the dynamic content. So you can just find the dynamic carousel, then dynamic product carousel, etc. So normally you don't want to set a product manually. So if you can just drag this snippet or the dynamic content here. So based on that, you can just select the product category or product. So once you have added that one, so you can just go here and how many, which template it should be shown, this header image, and how many this thing should be, that is the block should be shown there or the product should be shown there, then which product category should be listed, this type of things you can just change it here. And again, if you want to change any of the color or font, this the size of the text, this type of things can be done from here. So earlier we doesn't had this type of options, but right now we have a options to do this type of things. So here also you can just find, right now I have provided only one product to be listed, and if you can also list up to 6 products. So in that, which product number of products to be listed, you can just select it here. Then you have the another option, how the view should be. So it should be an 3x3 or what it should be. So if you are just providing one, based on that it will be showing. So how many carousel it should be provided, this type of things you can just add it here. So likewise you can just use many options in Odoo 14. So the blog post, this type of things is available. Then we have a countdown widget. So if you're normally adding a countdown widget, you can just provide the time, this type of things. So if you go to the options, so you can just provide how the widget should countdown widget should be displayed, that it should be displayed based on a date, or it should be only a day, or this type of thing. So normally if you are just running any webinars or any promotions or anything, you can just use this type of widgets. And again, one more thing, earlier we doesn't have an option to change a particular blocks details, such as the colors, this type of things. So here we have a option for that one. We can just set our own colors for the blocks. Then we have an option for that one, like how the theme should be, this type of things should be viewed, like a page layout. Then the background, we can just provide a background for that particular blocks, etc. So here also we had that option to provide a background, but it is not very useful in most of the cases. But here we can just change anything in that particular blocks from this particular view. So some of the major changes what Odoo have bring in Odoo 14 is the website. So in website, you can just create a standing website using an Odoo 14. So you can just create your own website with your own color code and everything. So you can also provide more details like product category, products, or based on the category or whatever you just want to. So if you are just creating more categories and you want to list out many categories in single page, you can use this dynamic snippets and you can just configure your own product product page with the category, etc. Then some of the main changes is the, as we already discussed, is the list view features like list activity widget, then badge widget, many to one avatar. That is, many to one avatar is nothing but what we have already seen in the list view. That is the regarding the users. This is the many to one avatar user widget. So this type of things is used. Then the smart input date, then the remaining date widget, etc. Then if you go to the manufacturing area, there also we have some small changes such as the priority widgets in the list view. So in list view, you can just find the priority widgets. So this is one of, we don't have any data here. So right now you can just find another option called how your dashboard will be looking. So you can just find how the dashboard will be looking. Based on that, you can just work out on that one. So I'm just removing this today to do filter, so you can just find the existing one. So here you can just find the priority widget and badge widget, this type of things. Then forecasted report for component lines. So once you click on this one, so if you are just using any of the product here, then you can just find and forecasted report from here, as we see in the product itself. And you can also, there is a small changes in lot and serial number after quantity produced field manufacturing order. Then schedule date instead of a deadline, and the plan date in manufacturing order. Then source field is now under miscellaneous tab. This type of things have been changed. So you can just find a source field from which source it have been come. Then work order tab in the manufacturing. So you can just find some of the details here. So the work order have been, the view have been almost changed. So you can just find the details here. And if you want to just block, or if you want to open this one, you can just click on this one and you can just do the changes and edit and save that one. And one more thing in accounting, there is one more major changes which we have skipped. So if you go to the accounting menu, and if you go to the chart of account, there are some changes which have been changed. So earlier we had an, once we click on this one, it will be going to a view. So right now we don't have that view. So for that we have to click on this setup. So all the fields are there. So there is not much changes here, but in view side they have changed a little bit. So again, there is one more change is the group. So account group is something different here. So you don't want to just provide a group name for every accounting. If you are just having an the code is unique for every chart of account, and based, you are just providing the code based on a particular category or something like that. So you can just group it your things here deeply. So if you want to use the manual one, you can just use, there is no issue in using the normal one. But if you go to the account group here, so sorry, I need to activate the developer mode. So let me activate the developer mode. Once you click on the account group, you can just provide an code suffix and prefix here. That is this particular, what will be this particular details, that is a code prefix from date and to. So once you provided this one, based on that, Odoo will automatically group your chart of accounts. So it will be very easy if you have plenty of chart of accounts here, and you can just group it in a single edit. So you can just provide the starting and ending code prefix here, that is the code of that particular account. So based on that, Odoo will be grouping. But here one of the thing what we have to understand is, based on that it will be grouping all the chart of account. So if there is anything we have provided in that particular index, then we cannot able to skip that one. So in that case we have to go to the manual account grouping. If you're just using an code prefix for all the category type continuously, then it will be very easy to group the chart of account. Then we have a menu called a physical here option. So you can just create a physical here directly from here. So you can just create physical here, start date and end date here. Earlier we had this option in the settings. And one more change what Odoo have bring is in calendar, you can just find the Microsoft account here. So you can just add your Outlook calendar with Odoo, and again the Google also. So earlier we had the Google, but Microsoft we doesn't have that option right now. The Microsoft account also been added. Then if you go to the planning, you can just find the view here something different. So if there is anything which have been colliding or which is just overriding the other one, there is any shift or anything is assigned to an employee, that is multiple shift or multiple tasks is assigned to a particular employee, then it will be showing in different color. So you can just find the details here based on the color, this type of things. So this will be very easy for scheduling and planning your employee activities or their details such as their calendars, appointments, etc. So you can just find everything in a one single view. Then Odoo have changed some options in field service. So if you go to the field service, you can just find the details here, such as under configuration settings, time and material thing have been come. Then for you can just provide a tag in the field service for a particular project, or so normally field service is a project. So based on that you can just provide a tag here, then it is for which services it is belongs to, this type of things. Small changes have been bring here. Then activity schedule in list view, this type of things is available. So again in project there are small differences like overview, this type of things. We have more details than earlier. So you can just find the timesheet details and planning, this type of things in single view from here. Then again, how much late task, this type of things can be find out from here itself. So earlier we doesn't have this much of options. So right now we have more details such as task, then overtime, this type of things. So again, Odoo 14 project, you can just set your task based on a repetition. So if there is any particular task which is an accrual, that is repeating task, that you can just set it in the Odoo project task itself. So you don't want to create a manual task every day. So you can just set a automated task here in the project. For that you have an option in the settings, except under configuration settings. Then there are small changes in the settings. So if you go to the general settings, Now you can just find an option here to view the read the documentation of Odoo. So based on that particular thing, so it will be very easy for the new users to get a detail on that particular thing. So Odoo have now bring the documentation inside Odoo itself. So once you click on that one, it will be redirecting you to the particular web page. So from there you can just get the details of that one. Again, if you go to the this thing, you can just find all menus is having this particular documentation details. Then we have a partner commission set frequency, how the commission should be calculated. So it is a manual one or a weekly one or monthly one or a quarterly one. So based on that, the Odoo will automatically create an RFQs based on the commission plan, and it will be created as a draft entry. So we can just confirm it manually. Then you can also find the Outlook CRM extension. So you can just connect your Outlook with the Odoo. Then if you go to the pricing here also, you can just sales settings, you can just find the details like documentation everywhere in most of the cases. So if you have any details should be known, you can just click on that one and you can just read the document. So it is not required to go into Odoo document and check where this option is, particular option is available. This type of things is not required. So it will save the time of a user. So once by clicking on that one, you can just get in details of that particular, how it is working and this type of things. Then again, in rental option, you can just find a default product for the extra charge, this type of things. So earlier we doesn't have this much of options, but right now we have more options for this one under the main setting itself. Then for a demo, we can just for social media, we can just set up a demo mode. So we can just check how this is working based on that one. And again, if you go to the multi-company setup, multi-company setup, you can just find more options here. Earlier we had an option like do not synchronize bill, invoices or bills, then synchronize sales order or purchase order. So normally earlier we doesn't have an option. So this two option is not available, synchronize sales and purchase order. So normally what it will happen is, whenever just you have created a sales order, it will create a purchase order. Whenever you create a purchase order, it will create a sales order in another company. So right now we can just decide based on a sales order. If you are creating a sales order, then a drafted purchase order will be created, or if you create a purchase order, then a sales order will be created. So we can just configure or limit the things here right now. And you can also have an option to set the user for that one. So which user will be responsible for that this particular invoice, sales order or purchase order. And you can also select it should be automated or automatically validated, or we should manually validated that one. So automatic validation is right now available, or we can Odoo, if you are unticking that one, then Odoo will automatically do this thing. And we have one more option for mobile. So earlier we had a push notification. Right now we have a disable link redirect to mobile app. So normally what it will be happen is, if disabled, you will not be able to open external URL in the Android or iOS mobile app. So normally whenever you are just creating an opportunity and or the digestive mail, if you click on a link in the digestive mail, it will not be redirecting you into the mobile app. So if you have already an mobile app installed, and if you want, you have to unselect this option. And you can just find the Outlook calendar secret ID and details here. Then we have an captcha options here. Earlier we doesn't have an captcha options in Odoo. So, but right now Odoo brings some more security like password minimum strength, then the captcha for logins, this type of things. So you can just find a reCAPTCHA. So you can just find in your website, you can just easily understand it is a robot or a user. So based on that, you can just restrict that one. So you can just create your own secret key for V3 reCAPTCHA type. So from here directly, so it will be redirecting you to a Google account. From there, you can just create the details. So these are the some of the changes what Odoo have bring. So if you want to know more details, just check out our YouTube video. We have a playlist of the new features in Odoo 14, and we will be uploading more videos about the functionality of each and every app in our YouTube channel. So just please subscribe our channel, so it will be giving you more details of about Odoo 14. So hope everyone understand this session and just understood what are the features have been come up in Odoo 14. So if you have any doubts or if you require any clarification, please feel to contact us at odoo@cybrosys.com. We will be happy to help you.
If you are interested in knowing more about this or looking for any Odoo implementation or customization in your business, drop your request to info@cybrosys.com.